here are some money and manner questions for you. Are you concerned about how you're going to retire?
Yes.
Or, me too. Or is it okay to text work colleagues about personal matters? If you don't have the answers, that's okay, because here to help us out is financial and etiquette expert Pattie Ehsaei. Pattie, welcome back. Great to see you.
Yes.
Nice seeing you guys.
Good to see you. All right, let's get right to it. Now, what should you do if you're over the age of 50 and you don't have much in retirement?
You have to go hard on investing. So you have to invest at least $2,000 a month. So what you want to do is you want to open an account with Fidelity or Schwab, make sure that it's a free account, and you need to automate it that you're buying ETFs of $2,000 worth of ETFs or index funds every single month, and you set it and forget it. If you're 50, if you do that every single month at the age of retirement, you're going to have almost $1 million. So you need to kind of play catch up right now.
Whoa. Wow. Wait, what's an ETF? I'm so financially illiterate. So please.
Yeah, so ETFs and index funds are a pool of funds. So the risk of them going to zero is just close to none. If you buy a single stock, the risk of that stock going to zero is high. I mean, it can go to zero anytime. But since ETFs and index funds are a pool of funds, it's a lot more safe and you're diversified.
Good.
That's a great plan. Now I just need $2,000 a month to put into it. Yeah. All right.
Get a side hustle.
Huh?
Side hustle.
Side hustle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's one in mind, but it doesn't involve clothes. All right, here, let's get to it. There is a new trend where retirees are moving abroad because the cost of living is cheaper overseas. Yeah. I love this idea. Do you think it's a good idea?
It is, depending on where you go. So Costa Rica is great, Colombia is great, Portugal is great. And when you live abroad, it's cheaper, right? It's the standard of living is higher, but you're paying less out of pocket. And you have really good access to health care. But you have to be careful because regardless of where you live, the United States requires you to pay taxes. So whatever country you're going to, make sure that they're not requiring you to pay taxes in that country because you don't want to be double taxed.
Not want to be double taxed. Okay, so we are always looking for better ways to manage our money, and there are so many different kinds of bank accounts. So which ones should we use?
Okay, so there's 5 accounts that you need to be financially responsible. The first one is a checking account for your needs, and 50% of what you bring home goes into that account. The next one is an account for your wants, and 20% of what you bring home goes into that. The next one is a savings account. 10% goes into your savings, emergency fund 10%, investment account 10%. But in your emergency fund, once you reach 6 months worth of living expenses, take that 10% and put it in your investment account.
Wow. Jeez.
I like it. I also have another one. It's called the rob Peter to pay Paul account. That's when it's like me, my mama, my sister, everybody's in there, like just in case something go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yes. 10 steps ahead of me.
Let's talk about some of the biggest social etiquette mistakes. What are the top 3 things you think people should be working on right now?
Yes, I see these all the time. The first one is talking on your phone in public and speaker, like actually even FaceTiming people. Nobody wants to hear your conversation. So just put it in earbuds or just on the phone. No one wants to hear that. The next one is allowing your dog or you to touch somebody else. Like, you know, we want to rub the pregnant lady's belly, right? That is so inappropriate, and don't let your dogs touch other people. And lastly, asking personal questions of people you don't know. I was in line the other day. A woman commented on my purse and was like, well, how much money do you make? I'm like, it's not your business. So those types of questions are very rude to ask.
Very.
People say wild stuff in public. I think
you see it traveling.
Well, no, it's so funny. We were on a walk and we talked about it last night. My girlfriend and I were coming. We were on DIA and we got into the train.
Airport.
The airport, yes. We got into the train, and this is when she had broken her hand playing softball. And this guy, just out of nowhere, this older guy in his 60s, just goes, "Oh, did your husband beat you again?" And we were like, what is happening? But this is how people, he said it's on a packed train, and he thought it was hilarious. But people say stuff like this.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
He said it, I didn't say it.
Pattie, this has been so helpful. Thank you, Pattie, for being here. To our viewers, you can get more information on finances and etiquette on Pattie's social media sites.